Hi, and welcome to another A Few of My Favorite Things Friday. Today I'm going to share with you what I have been learning about bullet journaling and why I like it so much. Let's get started. So I have tried out mini planners. Here are just some of them. Give me a second, I'll show you some more. I don't know if you could tell, but I have tried Erin Condren's Plum Paper. I've tried daily planners, weekly planners, traveler's notebooks. And I keep bouncing around and I just have not found something that I liked. And then I saw bullet journaling, I think on YouTube, some videos about it. And I checked out a book called The Bullet Journal Method. And it's the guy who invented it, I guess. And he wrote a book about his process. And it made a lot of sense. And it seemed simple. And I've done it for about a month now, and I've really enjoyed it. So I'm going to share with you kind of what I've learned here now. I've got a couple of bullet journals. This is my reading bullet journal, and I started this one because I checked the bullet journal method out from the library and I couldn't write in it, or highlight anything, and I just wanted to get some quotes out of there. And some things that I thought were helpful or meaningful. The author, let me look up his name, Ryder Carroll, he mentioned that bullet journaling helps weave together productivity, mindfulness, and intentionality into a framework that is flexible, forgiving, and most importantly, practical. And I think that just was like, yes, that's what I need. The planners I've been using haven't quite been doing that for me. So, and I know other planners are super helpful for other people. I'm not saying they're not helpful at all, but I'm just saying for me, I was struggling to find something that could help me out. We're paralyzed by information overload, leading to productivity slowdown. The bullet journal will help you declutter your packed mind so you can finally examine your thoughts from an objective distance. And I kind of felt like I would have brain clutter, all these thoughts in my mind that I just couldn't organize. And the method that he uses has really helped me do that. So here are a couple of, I highly suggest getting that book. Check it out from the library, buy it, and read that because it has a lot of good information and good ideas in there. But I'm just kind of break down the gist of bullet journaling. And so a lot of bullet journals that I saw were all dot grid. They come in different sizes. As you can see, this one was lined and it's a bigger size. I'm not sure what you call this size, but I know this one is an A5. And I think this is the most common one. It fits in your bag or your purse quite easily. And I think dot grid is the most common because you can do different artistic things with it. But so my first goal when I started bullet journaling was just to give it a try. And so for this last month, that was the only thing I wanted to do. I just wanted to try out the basic things that he mentioned in his book that make up the bullet journal and see if the system worked for me. And I really, really liked it. So the first pages in your bullet journal, it helps to have an index. And so you'll have a place where you can write page numbers and then what was on that page. And that way you can flip through and find things quickly, easily. And so my journal that I bought, I got this one from Walmart. Exceed is the brand. And they have this little pocket in the back, I think. That's pretty much a staple of bullet journaling, is that your notebook has a pocket in the back. But so you can kind of see my list here of things. So it's just a place to log your content in your pages. This one has quite a few. And then I have recently gotten into quarterly planning, the 12-week year, and I think I'll do another video on this, was about like goal setting and getting things, planning and setting goals for each quarter of the year. And I really like that. So my goal was to make this a quarterly planner, and I started it in November, so it will have November and December in it. It's missing October. And then down here I just made myself a little note of how many dots were, and there are 26 dots across, 38 down, just for if I was gonna plan something out. So I'm gonna cover up this side. Some of this stuff is, you know, okay. So the other side is my personal one. Here's for this notebook, for this bullet journal, I combined all the aspects of my life. Everything I planned for, I put it just in this one journal. So these videos that I make, any products I make, goals I have, personal or for pre-loved projects, all of my Bible study stuff, it is all in this one journal. And I did that basically just to have it in one spot, and also to see what is it that I want to keep in here and what is it that I felt like will need a separate bullet journal on its own. So that's why my personal one's over here, and this is the pre-loved projects one, and I didn't use it at all apparently, so but I did use my personal one quite a bit. So future log is, you'll list out the months, and actually most people's future logs is like a 2-page spread with 6 months on top, so 3, 3, and 6 months on bottom, 3, 3. And it's just a place to write down any future things that are gonna happen so that you can jot it down and get it out of your mind, and it's in a place where you can find it easily. So next you have your monthly log, and on the left side, you'll write the month at the top, and on the left paper, you'll write the dates. So like November 1st was a Wednesday, and then you'll just go all the way down. I kind of wanted to see the weeks, so I highlighted them different colors. That wasn't a suggestion from the book, but that was just more for me. And so you'll write those over here. And it's just a place to record like something memorable from that day. And so basically things that happened, I just made a note of that, and it's just a place to go back and look at later. And then this right page is a place to write down tasks or events that you have for that month. So any appointments we had or any things I needed to get done in November, I put here. Now I'm going to give you an example of a daily log. So I showed you a future log, a monthly log, and then I'll give you an example of a daily log. I didn't really want to show any of my own personal ones, but I'll kind of show you how to do it. So today is December 1st, so 12/01, and then today is Friday, so I'll put FR for Friday, and then I'm going to underline it. And then underneath this, for my daily log, I'm going to put down any events that I have, appointments, stuff like that, or any tasks that I have, or any notes that I have. So let's say today I want to get laundry done. That would be a task. And he suggests to use a dot bullet for tasks. And then let's say I have the event, an appointment. I'll say, we'll just pretend at 9 a.m. I need to go to the doctor. So I'd write that down, and then I could put down really any task that I have. I need to do the dishes. I need to grocery shop. Basically anything like that. And then let's say something happened that was noteworthy. I don't know. Something I might need to talk to my husband about. I'll just put ask. I'll put hubby. What to get grandparents for Christmas. Or just anything. That's probably not the best example, and that is super sloppy handwriting. but it's like something that might happen in your day that you just need to make a note of. So you'll use a dash for that. And then as you complete your tasks, you'll cross them off with an X. So when I get those done, mark them off. Now, let's say for some reason it comes to the end of the day and I was not able to get my grocery shopping done. When that happens, you can, I can't remember the word for this, but like indicate that you're moving this item from this day. And so if it's just, like if I had go Christmas shopping on here and I did not get to it, then that would be something I can add to my monthly list, to my monthly log. Especially if I can't get to it tomorrow. I know I'm not going to get to it tomorrow, and I just want to add it to my monthly log. Then I'm going to do a back arrow indicating look back at the monthly log, and this task is now back there. And then it would just become a bullet point on my monthly log that has not been X'd out, and I know that still needs to get done. Let's say I didn't get grocery shopping done today. And so when I fill out my log for tomorrow, at the end of the day is when I would fill out my log for tomorrow, and I'd look and see what I did and didn't get done. And then I would say, okay, I gotta get grocery shopping done. So I'd do a forward arrow indicating that I moved it forward, and I would rewrite it, grocery shop. And so that method actually, at first when I read it, I was like, oh, that seems like too much, but it is super, super helpful, and I've really enjoyed it. And it's just helped me being able to just jot everything down has helped declutter my mind and see it and organize it and prioritize it. Okay, so I showed you the index, the future log, the monthly log, and a daily log. And the last part is collections. So a collection is anything that is like a longer list that needs its own page. And so these are just simple collections that I have. I have many others, but some of the information on them is personal. And so these ones I was like, I don't mind if you guys see these. So home organization needs list or digital organization needs list. And there are people out there who do amazing spreads in their bullet journals, and I love looking at them, and one day I will do that. But for right now, I'm in a place of I just want to get it down and use it. And if I spent too much time making it all decorative, then I don't know that I would be using it as much as I am, if that makes sense. So there are really cool ways where you can write down this information. Like I could draw a house for this one and then make my list within the windows or something like that. So it can be as decorative as you want it or as simple as you want it. So, but a collection is anything that you want to record. So I have one about like my sleep, how long I sleep, meal tracker, what I've eaten, mood tracker, cleaning checklists. So I mean really anything, financial log, like you can use it for anything. But these collections that you're doing, that is what you put in your, for me, that is what I'm putting in my index. And then here, I didn't want to write down every time I had a daily log or every time I was working on my 12-week goals or every time that I had a quiet time or a Bible study, because those are just going to happen frequently. And so, but I did want to be able to find them quickly. Sometimes I have a hard time getting to them. So I decided to use Washi, and I marked it here so that way I could find it. And it really does help because I'm like, okay, I know I'm on this one this week and I got to come back here to log. So I suggest that if that would help. So anyway, there it is, my overview of bullet journaling and why I like it. And it is definitely one of my how do I say that? It is definitely one of my favorite things. A few of my favorite things is one of my favorite things. Anyway, and I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
If you would like to see more, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss a video.